Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, has finally broken his silence. In an official statement that stunned millions of ARMYs worldwide, Jungkook revealed the identity of the mysterious figure who visited him at his military base. But what no one expected was that the person he named would leave Taehyung, his close friend and bandmate, visibly shaken. What started off as a seemingly simple rumor has unfolded into a far deeper, more complex story than anyone could have imagined. A quiet moment that couldn't be ignored a few weeks ago. The K-pop world was rattled by reports of Jungkook being visited by an unknown individual at his military base. Unofficial sources claimed the man had a long, private conversation with Jungkook, away from the supervision of guards or fellow soldiers. Naturally, the internet exploded with theories, ranging from old friends to figures with potentially harmful intentions. But it wasn't the visit that raised the biggest questions. It was Taehyung's reaction. Shortly after the rumors spread, Taehyung's social media presence shifted dramatically. He didn't say a word directly, but his cryptic posts, muted tones, and one particularly haunting message reading, "Some things are better left unsaid," had fans worried. Was Taehyung aware of who visited Jungkook? Was there something he wasn't telling us? Jungkook's surprising statement eventually. Amidst growing concern from fans, Jungkook chose to speak up through a heartfelt digital letter shared on the fan community platform. It was lengthy, emotional, and deeply honest. "I know many of you have been worried. I know everything changed after the news came out. But I want you to hear this directly from me. The person who visited me at the base was someone from my past, someone who once meant a lot, but also caused a lot of pain. We hadn't seen each other since before I debuted. I didn't arrange the meeting. It shocked me too when he suddenly appeared in front of me with a visitation permit that was arranged through private channels. I didn't want to worry anyone, but I also can't pretend it didn't affect me." The conversation reopened some old wounds, and it wasn't easy for me. It didn't take long for the letter to go viral across all social media platforms. ARMYs were left stunned, not just because the visit actually happened, but because Jungkook, known for his privacy, had finally opened up about something so personal, a figure from the past. Who was it? Although Jungkook didn't mention any names, longtime fans began speculating that the person could be a close friend from his pre-debut days, someone who had once been part of his life before BTS was even formed. Within fan communities, a few names floated around, but none were confirmed. What made the situation more emotional was the implication that this individual wasn't just a memory, but a painful chapter. Fans reading between the lines could sense that the encounter didn't end on a cheerful note, though Jungkook handled it with maturity and grace. Taehyung's reaction stuns the fandom. The biggest emotional twist came not from Jungkook's letter, but from what happened after. In a live broadcast a few days later, Taehyung, his voice low, his eyes slightly puffy, opened up about the visit in his own way. "I thought I knew everything important in his life. But it turns out there are things he never shared, not even with me. I'm not angry, just shocked, and a little sad that he had to face that alone, in a place that's supposed to give him peace." The revelation rocked the fandom. Jungkook and Taehyung's bond, often described as brotherly, was now seen in a new light, a reminder that even the closest friendships can hold untold stories and silent struggles. Instead of demanding more details, most fans sent messages of love, strength, and understanding. Some even launched donation drives to mental health organizations in honor of their idols, turning concern into meaningful action. Fan bases across the world echoed the same sentiment. "We don't need to know who he was. We just want Jungkook and Taehyung to be okay." Though the mystery has been somewhat resolved, the story is far from over. The visit may have reopened past wounds, but it also created space for healing. For Jungkook, it's a step toward closure. For Taehyung, it's a moment to lean in closer, listen harder, and perhaps accept that even those we love most carry silent scars. For ARMYs, it's a moment of reflection, a reminder that behind the flashing lights, iconic stages, and flawless smiles, idols are human beings with pasts, pain, and private fears just like anyone else. And for the world, it's a glimpse into true courage, not the kind seen on stage, but the kind that shows up in long letters, quivering voices, and eyes that finally tell the truth. After Jungkook finally spoke out about the mysterious figure who visited him during his military service, the fandom world seemed to split into two camps: those who believe this was a genuine and deeply personal event, and those who started to question, did this really happen? Or is it just a carefully crafted narrative to attract media attention? It's a valid question. In an age where viral content can shift public opinion in seconds, many are starting to wonder, are we witnessing truth or just drama dressed as reality? Jungkook's heartfelt letter, Taehyung's emotional reaction, and cryptic social media posts seem like puzzle pieces that keep fans endlessly intrigued. But when everything fits too perfectly, suspicions naturally arise. Some eagle-eyed armies have started picking apart every detail. Why did Jungkook make a statement now, in the middle of a relatively quiet military stint? Why did Taehyung post such a poetic and symbolic message right after the visit? And how could an unplanned encounter happen under South Korea's strict military security? These questions lead to a more unsettling thought. What if this story was designed for the public eye? All along, it's no secret that the entertainment world, especially K-pop, is hypersensitive to public narratives. PR teams, agencies, and even marketing strategists often shape the image of their idols. So, it's no surprise that some fans are skeptical. Was this a real-life event that slipped into the public, or a well-constructed PR move? Here are some skeptical arguments. Suspicious timing. Jungkook has been in the military for a while, but this story broke just when BTS's media exposure was cooling down. Is this a warm-up before a big comeback? Dramatic tone in media. Most articles covering the mystery use overly emotional, cliffhanger-style language, classic signs of content meant to go viral. Still, not everyone agrees. On the other hand, many fans choose to believe in the human side of the story. For them, this isn't about going viral. It's about showing that even global superstars like Jungkook are still human, vulnerable to personal moments, they argue. Jungkook is known for his privacy. If he decided to speak up, he must have been deeply affected. Taehyung doesn't use social media for drama. If he posted something emotionally loaded, it likely came from a sincere place. Not everything should be turned into a conspiracy. Sometimes, truth really is stranger and more emotional than fiction, and one thing is undeniable. Their expressions on video, in photos, in their words, convey a rawness that's hard to fake to the fans or even casual observers. We're conditioned to seek meaning. We decode lyrics, study photos, and read into pauses during interviews. But amidst all of that, we also need to ask ourselves, how much do we want to believe? And why do we need to know? Is it because we care? Or because we've grown used to treating our idols' lives like an endless drama series? Despite all the debate, one thing is clear: real or not, this story touched a human nerve in all of us. We connected, not because of scandal, but because we care. Because we don't just see Jungkook and Taehyung as idols, but as people who can be shaken, surprised, and vulnerable. And maybe that's the beauty of a story, whether fact or fiction. It made us feel something.